Okay, for very first time, I'm sitting on this couch and feel how crazy is this? Staying this room for like this house for like 4 years now. All right, hey, my tribe, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya, and today I wanted to talk to you about these bracelets. Look at that. It's so nice. I love it. And the good part about this bracelet is that it's just the trim. It's like the design of the trim of this poncho. And before we go into how to make these cool little bracelets, I want to shout out to a beautiful YouTuber, Bruna. It's just her name, Bruna, but I'm gonna put her channel into the screen that you can also visit her as well. I have to say that I love her work, and I got inspired by one of her dress. You know, this dish is been going on for years, and everyone love this dish, and the way how she put it together on her dress, you just have to check it out. But today I want to show you how to actually, this is like, I was not planned to make the bracelets. Actually, I just make video to show you, those who bought the pattern, how to, you know, crochet the trim onto this poncho. And if you don't see it yet, the poncho in the back is a flower of life. So I kind of like found these dishes that I think is very cool to put together with the flower of life. And of course, I try and I love it. And then the moment it was like, okay, I want to show to those who, you know, get the pattern to know how to make this dish, then it just happened to be like this, because I'm trying to make like a small scale swatch, let's say that. So I was thinking, why don't I just show you how to use the same video but to just convert it to the bracelets. Are you ready for that? Let's get started. And I just wash my hair, you know, I never let my wet hair to stop me making a video. Row, which we're going to call puff stitch row, and this row is a regular double crochet rows, and this row I call is X row. So it's just these 3 rows that I'm going to show you in a small swatch. So you can see here is the base, the first row after when you do what I just mentioned, 24 double crochet round, you will have something like this. And now we continue the second row. Now we're going to start with puff stitch. I actually changed the color, and I'm going to show you how I do with the different colors so that you can see clearly. I'm going to use this one for the puff stitch row. So if you want to use the same color, it's also fine. I just wanted to use different colors so that it stands out. For the puff stitch row, you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to skip the first. You're going to skip the first stitch, and this is the connecting row. You can see that chain 3 will not cover the first stitch, so we're going to skip this one. You see the next one, this is just the chain 3 row to connect and end the row. So we're going to skip the next one, which is actually the first double crochet from previous row, and to the next stitch we're going to add half double crochet. We're going to add 3 half double crochet. We already have 1, 2, 3 half double crochet. And when you got 3 half double crochet already, now is the fun part, is where we're going to make a puff stitch sideways. So you see this where we skip, we're going to add 4 times of puff stitch in this chain space. You see that? So take the yarn to this chain space 1 time, take the yarn 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And now what we're going to do, we're going to take the yarn and we're going to pull through all except the first one. You see the first one here, we're going to take that one along with us. I hope I can make it this time. Yeah, now we have the first one here in the hook as well. So we want to do that. We take the yarn and then we pull through until we got the first one in the hook, and then we take the yarn again. Now we pull through all these two. This is how we secure this puff stitch. All right, we got the first one, and now we're going to skip the next stitch, and to the next one we're going to add again 3 half double crochet. And we're going to do the same thing all over again in this chain space that we skipped. So I found that this puff stitch is easier for me to hold the hook this way because I have a lot more space. 1, 2, and make sure that you pull the yarn enough to cover all of your 3 half double crochet. See? 4. I think I already have 4. 1, 2, 3. No, one more time. 4. All right. And now take the yarn. Again, you want it to separate the first one so that when you pull, trying to, no, I get, this is not the one I want. You see, I did it again, but anyway, like this is fine. You have 2 in your hook, and now one more time, you pull through 2. So this is what you're going to do. Repeat over again and again. Don't forget to skip the next one, and then add 3 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And you're going to repeat that until you come to the end and meet you there, and I will show you the next round. All right, so now we come to the end, right? So I'm gonna explain to you a little bit. Since our piece, now I'm going to slip stitch now in the second stitch because in the second stitch, sorry, 1, 2. So it's gonna be here. It's the second chain from hook because we chain 3 and 1 chain is to just to build up the yarn somehow. So you just slip stitch in the second chain from the beginning chain. We're going to again chain 3 to build up the yarn. In this point, you can also chain color if you want to, but I won't because I like to have 2 puff stitch the same. And now you can see here on the top, there is a 3 half double crochet V shape that we did in the first row of puff stitch. You're going to poke the hook into the top of that V shape and add half double crochet on top of that. And then the next one again, half double crochet there. And then the next one. So 3 times 1 half double crochet in each of the half double crochet stitch from previous row, which is hidden inside of the puff stitch. Now the fun part. Instead of put the thing in this hole, the puff stitch here, like the first row, no, we won't do that because we want it to have a sideways. So we're going to put the 4 times of the puff stitch into the same hole of the first puff stitch. You see, this is the same hole we're going to put in there. All right, so prepare, take the yarn, going to the same hole of the first puff stitch row. 1, see, 2, and don't worry about this thing, it's fine if it's like coming up like my one, don't worry. Then go to again the same hole, 3, and then again 4. Can you see that I go into the same hole with the puff stitch from the first row? And now again, maybe you can just pull this first thing out, so it's easy for you when you take the yarn, put through and make sure to catch the first. Sometimes you have to do like that and then just catch the first one. Now you have 2 loops. Take the yarn again and pull through. Oh, that's 2 loops. Now I'm going to show you. This is how it looks like. You see, now your puff stitch is in the side way, and you can see that I put it in the same hole. And don't worry about this tail, we can sew it in later on when we're done. And now again we're going to skip this stitch and we're going to add 3 half double crochet on top of the 3 half double crochet on top of the half double crochet that hidden inside of the puff stitch from previous row. And one more time, the same hole. Make sure that you going to the same hole, all right? Don't go here, go there in the same place here to have the same effect. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. Now got 2 here. This one is making me faster now already. So again, you're going to repeat that. Make sure you don't miss any stitch of these 3. I would suggest you, instead of watching television or anything, just be in the moment with this piece, because you really need the concentration when you do this piece. You can listen to the audiobook or anything that you just use your ears, like music. Again, now go there. But make sure that your eyes are here watching your project, because you don't want to miss anything. Alright, so you're going to continue this row and I will meet you at the end of the row to show you how to do the next one. See, it's already look very pretty. Alright, now at the end of the row, and I'm going to slip stitch in the second chain from the beginning chain, like that. So this is how I finished the second row of this puff stitch, and now I'm going to change the color again, and the next row is going to be just the double crochet row. So now you're going to the next row, you're just gonna chain 3, because after you have 3 chain, you're going to add the first double crochet. You see in this chain space, because we have skipped before. Anyway, there's a chain space over here. You're just gonna add 1 double crochet in there. I just crochet with the tail inside because it's easier for me. And now again, you see 3 half double crochet that hidden inside of the puff stitch. You're going to add 1 double crochet in each of that half double crochet stitch from previous row. Second one, and the third one, and then the next one again, you're going to add 1 double crochet. You can also put the hook in this hole directly, or you can just do like that. It's totally up to you. It's nothing major change of this pattern. Yeah, just do what you want. But the most important thing is that don't miss the stitch here. See, this is 3 inside the puff stitch, and there is 1 in this chain space, or the one that's not very the chain space but we skip. You will see that there's the part that is look like a little hole there. You're just gonna put 1 double crochet inside, and this row is the row of double crochet. See here again, just gonna put inside like so. here is just going to be the row of double crochet. Just continue until the end of the row. Okay, now I come to the end and I'm just going to slip stitch. You see, I'm just finished with the last three double crochet inside of the half double crochet from previous row. And now, since we chain 3, we're going to slip stitch in the third chain. Oops. And now we're going to chain color again, or I'm going to chain color again. We're going to make the X row. So change the color to this one, the same color for my poncho for the X row. And the X row, you're just going to chain 3. And after you chain 3, you're going to skip the first one. And you're going to add a double crochet into the second one. As I said, this chain 3 or 2, but this row is chain 3. Is not count as double crochet, just to build up the yarn. So when I say skip first one, it means this one. Now pay attention very closely. Take the yarn, go through this loop, this space that you skip, and then you see this stitch that you skip also. Just poke the hook in there, and then go back. Take the yarn. Now you have 3 loops in hook. You're going to make regular double crochet. I'm going to show you slowly again. The next stitch you're going to skip again, and you're going to add a double crochet, the next one. Then you take the yarn, go inside the chain, this space, and then the stitch that you skip, you poke the hook inside, and then you turn back to the back side, take the yarn, have 3 loops, make regular double crochet. Again, skip the next one, add double crochet into the next. Take the yarn, going inside this space, and going to the stitch that you skip, put the hook in there, take the yarn, make regular double crochet. This way it's kind of like twisting and create this X design. Again, you have to always skip 1 stitch and add 1 double crochet there. Take the yarn, go through this space and poke the hook. You see how I poke the hook? Go like this inside the one that you skip. Take the yarn, make regular double crochet. You're going to repeat this along across the row. When you got it, it's so much fun. I really love this stitch. Just go inside and poke. I love the unusual stitch because it makes your piece is so unique. And I think it's very good for our brand to learn something new, something we don't do usually. Oops. Sometimes happen. Just go inside again, especially with very slippery hook. I love this hook though. Yes, again, if you find my video tutorial is too fast, just stop and go back again. In the written pattern, I'm just going to call each row that I'm showing here by the name, and I think it's easier for you to see the video just for once, and then you understand. Now we come closer to the end. You see that every time before I go inside the space, I have the yarn in the hook already. Then I go inside just to make sure again that I say here at the end, take the yarn, and then that's how you have 3 loops. Okay, now I come to the end. When you come to the end of the row, as usual, you're going to slip stitch. Since we chain 3, we're going to slip stitch in the third chain from hook. No, not from hook, the third chain of turning chain, sorry. And now we finish our X row. Okay, and to finish these bracelets, like, you know, this get swatch turned to be a bracelet, you're going to add a double crochet row on the top one more time, and I use the same color of the first row. So now in this video I stop like that, but off the camera I add one more row on the top. It's the same of the first row colors, which is knit crate yarn DK weight in that light blue. You will do that and fasten off and you're done. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you enjoyed the video, just click the like button and subscribe if you have not yet. What you're waiting for? Come to be part of our crochet tribe, and also hit that little bell next to it so that you make sure you got the notification every time I post a new video. And by the way, we are starting the crochet along, or CAL call, I think they call like that, to make this poncho together. And if you want to join us, just make sure you check the link down below of Facebook group, our exclusive Facebook group. Also in this card, I'm going to give away this set of hooks. I'm going to show you very quick. This set of hooks of 14 hooks from Knit Pro. The first prize who finished this piece before anyone else will get the set of hook, and the second prize, I put a picture here as well, you get the 3 skein of the yarn that I use for the trim. This golden, purple, and kind of like a deep blue or gray, more to me like indigo blue. I don't know, sometimes I say it's gray in the sun. Doesn't matter. These 3 skein, you will got it as well for the second prize who are finished this piece, the second one. More info you find on our Facebook group. I see you later, tribe. Stay beautiful and enjoy your creative flow. Mwah. And check Bruna out. She's awesome. Bye bye.